Hey guys, and welcome back again to me, Ben, playing Cities Skylines 2 in Oakside County. So in the first episode, we started out with a fairly huge city. So we built a lot of services, which is not really the best route that I would recommend for everyone who starts playing Cities Skylines 2, because this is even more challenging along the way, especially when you're trying to become a profitable city. And yeah, in this episode, we will mainly dive into our attempt, or my attempt, to get profitable after all. And the thing is, by the end of the last episode, when I was recording these night shots and videos of Oakside County, I actually reached Milestone 5, and Milestone 5, meaning Tiny Town, offers us a couple of more things, especially the energy consumption awareness, and you might be wondering where this plays into our thing. So what I'm doing right now is I'm creating a huge or maybe I'm already creating a couple of separate districts here. So what I want to see here is probably something like this here. I'm quickly laying out my districts, and I'll fast forward things for you. And yeah, in case you like my series here and you wish to see more, I would very much appreciate if you would consider following me here, leaving me a thumbs up on this video, and yeah, get back to me with any questions, any recommendations, or anything that you would like me to build here in this district. So just let me know down in the comments below, and if you have different thoughts or different ideas about how to tackle the budgeting thing in Cities Skylines 2, please let me know. I'm more than happy to get some more recommendations in there. And yeah, thank you for joining me again today, and I'll quickly fast forward things for you, and I'll be back for you in a few minutes. So after laying out all these districts here, I'm able to jump into the specific, what was it called? Policy menus. And what I want to activate now for every district here is the energy consumption awareness, because I want to make sure that all the residents living here do not use a lot of energy, or at least a little bit less. Like we are talking about percentages here. It's 5% that you can save on that. Just double checking whether everything went correct and whether I didn't forget anything here. So yeah, it's all based on the 5% reduction. And right now we are already getting closer to our level of, 0, hopefully, and making some revenue as well. The other thing you can do, and this is something I also highly recommend, obviously, as you can see, you can always jump into the subcategories, so you can really get nitty-gritty down here along the way and make your considerations. But I'm raising taxes, and especially when you're coming from Cities Skylines 1, you will realize that these high tax rates, they wouldn't be possible in Cities Skylines 1. I think you're whole development would basically stall over time, because yeah, nobody likes that. And in Cities Skylines 2, the tax system seems to be a bit more forgiving compared to Cities Skylines 1. And as you can see, there are a couple of things we want to build on right now, because the demand for residential zones is really high, still continuing to be high along the way. So what I'm doing right now is I'm laying out a couple of new roads and a couple of new blocks here, just to ensure that we have enough room for growth, for future growth here. So I'm expanding this further out, and while I'm doing that, I will again fast forward things for you so that you don't have to wait that long. So see you in a sec. So after laying out a couple of residential zones here and building the grid further out, I'm just waiting for the residential buildings to zone in. And what I also want to avoid is weird sized row houses here. So I'm deleting whenever a new roadhouse of wrong size is coming in. I'm deleting that. Yeah, so that's not exactly what I want. So I'm dezoning that bit here. And we still have a huge demand of low residential zones, low-rise residential zones. So I want to build out this here a bit further, because yeah, I will for sure need this. And also here we will see more residential zones rising up. So we are getting closer to positive income here, positive revenue. And I also want to introduce some mixed housing options here, because I don't have them so far in my city. This should give me some more growth here along the way. And then I also need more low-rise residentials here. And you can see now I'm making some profit, even if it's just small for now, but at least it's already some profit that we are driving into the city. And I do not want to build on the area above here, because I will use it for leisure along the way. So I'm just growing that as much as I can. And here I'm not 100% sure how it works and in which direction these houses are facing. So I'm just leaving some spaces empty for now, so that we can build on that in a little bit. Now I'm just waiting for it to grow even further. So I'm losing some money here now, and now it's about like balancing out the expenses and everything else. So I will increase this to 15%. Electricity, we are making a lot on our electricity thing here. Water and sewage. So I'm getting back some things here. Healthcare, I think we can turn that down to 80, reducing it by 20% in total. Education, also fire and rescue 100, police also 100, transportation, I think we can also bring this down by a bit because it seems to be very high at the moment. And landscaping, yeah, whatever. Taxation, loans, I do not have any loans, so we should be now in the positives here. 5,000 a month, which is amazing, and this will hopefully continue to rise. And one thing I always want to check, and I just have to find it again, is my jobs panel. Leisure, tourism. Okay, workplace availability. So I do have a couple of uneducated, poorly educated, educated people, not enough. Yet well educated, not enough. Highly not. Open positions, 97. So this tells me 97 open positions. This tells me I can heavily invest in building out more residential zones. I'm just wondering where and how at the moment, but that's something we'll figure in a minute. I'm also considering to put down some low rent housing things here, and also some medium density North American residential. So I'm zoning things further out here, and I'll be back for you in a little bit. So not having the anarchy mod is sometimes really a hassle, to be honest. As you can see, like I struggled a little bit putting down this school here. And right now I'm back in the negatives, but not too much. Like 12,000, it's rising again. Making some revenue here. I'm no longer getting any subsidies. Service upkeep, so I'm checking my services right now. What costs the most? So I think healthcare, if that goes down to 70, I can give it a try for sure. Education and research is also a lot, so I should reduce that down to 60%. That makes sense. Now I'm back to making a little bit of revenue here. And again, I'm checking my jobs. Workplace availability here, so we're still not like employees, total workplaces, so there's still room for more citizens to come into town. But the only thing I seem to need so far, and I'm just letting it run for now, is low-rise residential zones, which is fine for me. To be honest, yeah, it is. Again, I'm setting up a small park here, right in the middle. That should be good. Small playground. So healthcare, maybe this is also something that I will need to take care of. I'll add also another doctor's office or a medical clinic here, right next to our school. Doesn't work like this here. And this is sometimes when you need to switch to the free placement tool, as I would call it, and turn off snapping, because then it's not helpful in the end to not have things going your way. So the monthly balance looks good so far. We are slowly growing, and again the demand for low residential zones is on the rise again. Want to keep that area in between. I want to preserve it somehow, just to know how yet. And I'm bringing another road down here, maybe down there, to build kind of a transition here of the edge of the hill. And here I want to see some not low rent housing, but commercial and mixed housing. So mixed housing meaning commercial and residential zone in one. And they have far too little customers here. So again, I'm increasing this ever so slightly so that I can keep making profits over time. But that will for sure take a bit. And this is something you have to watch out for. Like whenever you see this sign, not enough customers, those companies are struggling and you need to work on that. So most likely it does usually mean either the tax rate is too high, which is something we could work on at the moment. Those city statistics are okay. Let me check the taxes. I want to lower that for commercial a little bit and lower it for my residentials. I will lose a bit of money here in the short term, but for sure I will have more options and better options in the future to cover up for that. So the demand keeps coming and going. Citizens' happiness increased, and maybe now, okay, high taxes, unreliable health coverage, internet service. Internet service is something I can cover almost right away, so I'm not spending anything on postal services right now. I better spend the money on my internet service thing here. Oh, it's overlapping here. So the street is overlapping. Okay, I can get rid of that. Road required. I get it. So you get back your road, but not here. So I have to turn that around as well by 180 degrees. Or I just put it here. No. That would be lame from my perspective. Yeah. So snapping again. Turn it off before you actually have to take care of the snapping here. So that's good. And I can add in a small road running straight through here. That would connect the service up to where it needs to be. Then again, there's pretty good coverage. Almost good coverage, I would say. That's fairly huge. Like here, I would love to put something down because it's only greenery sitting there. But I can't right now. The same goes for this here. Can't put it down, which is very annoying. Can I put this? Probably. Well, what happens if I put it down there somewhere? Over here, maybe. Also another connection. Overlapping items again. Another thing probably here. So we have pretty good coverage now. So I'll leave it like that for now, because that should again increase the happiness and the amount of money that people are willing to spend in my city, even if I'm losing some money now. But I I'm currently able to raise the demand for low residential zones again. So, and there is something else I could potentially do, but I'm not yet sure whether I want to do this. So how does the efficiency look like? It's 109%. Sick employees, so we have some sick employees. Keep 200,000. Okay, I upgraded the power plant. That was maybe a not so wise move at that point in time. Yeah, but still, at some point in time I had to do this, or I have to do it either way. So now putting down more low-rise residential zones. Continuing the game. So that would be a perfect district where maybe the people who have a bit more money would be situated compared to further down below here. It's for sure a nice district to live in. So now we are back in the positives, which is perfect because we are winning back new residents. And again, checking the job info view, just see the workforce. I'm getting closer to where I want to be. Now I'm again using my landscaping tool because I have to work on the connection sooner or later to this highway. So I want to solve that ASAP as soon as possible. And that looks weird with the railway tracks. I completely get that. I completely get this. But there's no way to solve that right now because I still haven't purchased any highway options for my city, have I? So let me check. Development points, I do have 9 available. No, I haven't purchased highways yet. Parking areas, I think that might be something that I want to focus on pretty soon. So I guess no roundabouts is not yet a thing. Hospital not either. I'm just wondering where all my garbage is going to. Like, where is it sitting? Where does that sit? Because I'm so surprised. Like, garbage isn't even a topic here. Nobody seems to complain about that. I'm so wondering about this. Like a landfill. This costs me 30,000 a month. 30. Should I? No. I guess. Not yet. It's not yet time. Well, let me give it a try. So I'm saving this for now. Today is the 30th of October in 2023. So I'm saving this right now. Before I'm messing around here with any garbage collection and stuff, let me put that over there. I'm just giving it a try. I'm just curious. So that's including the landfill. Oh, that makes me some revenue. Oh, that's good. Okay, I didn't expect that. 2,000 plus. Wow. Oh gosh. I didn't expect that much from garbage collection. Nice. Nice to see that. What's the efficiency of that thing? 106 employees. That's fine. Stored garbage. Processing speed. All fine. All good. So I'll keep that here for now. And I'm not that unhappy with taking in all the revenue here, for sure. Oh, now houses are upgrading. Nice to see that. The only thing I'm still concerned about is like businesses that do not have enough customers. That just tells me that there is still a lot of demand, or a lot of things are missing for my residents to move in, and I might even consider lowering the taxes even further for my residents back to 13% while I'm still hopefully making some profit here. Let me check this. Yeah, that's fine. That's still good. Just always leaving some spaces in between here. So a few medium density options here for people to choose as their residency. And then I'm also going to build some row houses here. Some row house options. Yeah, I'm still profitable, which is great. But these buildings have been abandoned. All good. So I bulldoze you guys, and I better put down some low-rise residential zones here. Same for that here. To get more citizens move in. So you can get away pretty well without garbage collection for quite some time, to be honest. I was very much wondering why my citizens never complained about this, not having a garbage collection facility. Like in Cities Skylines 1, it would have been impossible. Like literally impossible to pull that off. It's crazy why it's here, why it's possible here and not in Cities Skylines 1. And again, I'm checking my budget here. Electricity producing even more, which is awesome. Roads, garbage, fine, all good. So I can crank up the healthcare a little bit to make people more happy. And I'm curious whether that's still enough to be sustainable in my city right now. Yeah, but it's still good as far as I can tell. So I'm cranking up healthcare. What about education? We cranked this up a little bit as well, back to 80%. I'm still making some profit there, so now I have to be a bit careful. It's not about making profit, but it's about like getting more residents into my city. We are still growing slowly but steadily. Yeah, that's still good. But my businesses are struggling across town, like almost everywhere. So maybe it's time to replace some of these guys with residential zones. I have no idea, but probably I'll give it a shot. Because I think if a city is not profitable here, that only makes things worse for the overall development. Or maybe I just have way too many businesses in town in general. Maybe I'll put down some medium density housing there instead of mixed houses. Again, same here. Oh, ooh, sorry about this one. So I'm slowly upgrading all these struggling businesses to medium density housings in the hopes that more citizens are moving in pretty quickly. Yeah, all fine. Current trend upwards. That's perfect. So things will develop here over time. So let's watch that for a bit and see how fast we can grow. So I'll be back for you in a few minutes. So at that stage, I'm quickly pausing things here. Okay, I'm still profitable here. At that stage, I would say, like, I'm getting back some demand for commercial zones, but I can imagine that this is coming from No, it's not because of the workforce. So I do not want to add more commercial zones in there, even if there is a demand, and I do not yet want to add in more industrial zones because my jobs are still not fulfilled. So I do not yet have enough people working here. Still looks a bit empty in general. Overall, it still looks a bit empty. I don't like the looks of that. So I'm doing some terraforming, some landscaping here. Very, very subtle and soft here. Might not be able to change that now. Yeah, because the houses are already settled. So this is a bit unfortunate, but I'll give it a try. Decrease the brush size. Take this and lower it even further, maybe to down there. And create some interesting structure here for this hill and slope. Yeah, so we can still adjust some things here. And I also do not want to grow. Whoa, that's a bridge. Stop it quickly. Why was this building a bridge? After all, no, that's not what I want. Look too steep. Okay, just using the straight tool here and turning everything down there. So that's good. I love the way how the road mechanics are working. Actually, it's so beautiful. It's way better than in Cities Skylines 1, because that's more realistic, I feel. Again, very steep sloping here. Just doing some landscaping here and there, because I don't like the way how this looks. I wasn't aware that the shore is... Maybe I'm just increasing the brush size and the strength as well. Or maybe not the brush size. I'm increasing this riverbank shore thing here just by a bit to create a more natural slope here for the houses, because otherwise it looks a bit weird, I think. So this will be a park later on anyway. And now I'm softening the terrain here as well to make it less intense here. But that's okay. That's okay for me. Soft slope here. That looks way better. So as you can see, like, staying in tiny town for a little bit makes absolutely sense, because it's about time to balance out your budgets. I've seen a couple of Cities Skylines 2 players out there who are trying to balance their budgets right away from the very start of the game. I think this is, yeah, you can work with that. I'm honestly not a huge fan of that, because you get so many government subsidies at the very beginning. So I feel that there is not yet a need for this at the very start to take care of it. But overall, I think it does make sense to have a look at the budget and watch it closely, how it develops. And right now I'm also adding in a couple of more bus stops here along the way, so that people are more happy. Maybe over here. How does that look like? Oh, there could be another one. Over here, another one. And I need to create another line that travels from here to there. So created another bus line. Perfect for now, good for now, enough for now, I would say. I just have to watch the budget trend very, very closely. Why are all these? Yeah, so the petrol station, let me check that. Not enough customers, so that's an issue. And maybe it's because of running these bus lines through town. Yeah, because there are basically no bus lines here. And I'm running another bus line here. Doesn't really make sense. Like, I'm not focusing on the efficiency of bus lines right away, because that's something I definitely have to learn first before I'm actually doing that. But it currently creates some weird turnarounds. So that's another bus line. Hopefully that helps a bit with. And also the taxi service might be something I should watch out for in the near future. Still making some revenue. Putting down one more playground here, right where that squares. So no need for fire, no need for police, that's all good. Bus is fine. Internet services are okay-ish. Waste management is good. Health, that's fine. So what I could essentially do is exporting some water now. And for that, I again want to save this, because whenever I'm messing up with it, I just want to make sure that I have enough. Yeah, that I have a safe game available here. So I'm purchasing this here. And I'm about to run water pipes. Just have to connect them up. I'm about to run water pipes to the edge of the map. Straight to the edge of the map. That means I can export water now, and you can see it's a lot of water that we can export. So I'm checking my services, how much that actually reduces the load for my water and sewage. Exporting 4,000 at least, not too bad. What else can I export? It's fine. So I'm exporting this. All good for now. Oh, it turned winter. Finally, winter arrived. The very beginning of winter in Oakside County. First winter overall. So let's take a quick screenshot here and let me check. So I just went back to the drawing board very quickly for a little bit because I wanted to give it some try here, how I can potentially increase the number of citizens and the amount of citizens who want to actually move in ever so slightly. And yeah, for that I need to, or I want to relocate the geothermal power plant actually. I want to put it here. Electricity production should be fine over there. So I'm wondering whether I can pull that off, and I just have to find a way how to properly create this and set this up. So I want to have one gravel road here, and I just have to reconnect it. Or maybe I'm not using a gravel road, it's a bit too small for that. So I'm adding in a 2-lane road, a classic 2-lane here. And I'm going to purchase one more tile, or actually 2 more tiles here. Right at the edge of my current island, or however you would like to call it. And coming from here, I want to make sure that I'm kind of following the shoreline over there and attach the road there on the one hand, because I most likely will need this space here for something else. Just wondering whether I can lead these. Oh, I can lead these underground as well. That's interesting. And hook them up to the system. So that should be good. And from there, I'm missing one form of public transport right now. And I guess I can get it with some of the leftover development points. So public transport, I want to get the trains. Yeah, maybe the trains first. I was just thinking whether it would make sense to purchase the trams as well. One of the major differences actually with Cities Skylines 2 is that you have to build a railyard, which is in like completely separated from the train stations or cargo stations as you are used to. And now I'm even, obviously making this progression to Boomtown, Milestone 6. Let's have a quick look at the progression panel here. The loan limit was just increased. I don't care about that. Heavy traffic ban is wonderful, and advanced pollution management allows me to reduce air and ground pollution in industrial zones, but actually produces a bit more garbage. So it does not make things necessarily easier. And I maybe also want to turn this around and have it sit here like that, because in the end I will need some road probably coming off of here, maybe some curved road. Just increasing this here, but not by 10. It's way too large or too high. Maybe I need this a bit higher. Sorry for this little delay here. What I wanted to do, down to ground level, 7.5 should be enough. Where is this aligning to? Because I want to align it right away here with the train station. Maybe I'm taking a different approach here as well. So that's lining up nicely with the train station. And now I guess I only have to connect the tracks with the network. Having train tracks like this in Cities Skylines 1, literally impossible. This is completely impossible. But I at least do have a train station now here, which can come in handy. And I'm curious when I'm letting this run, because I do not own that much here. So what about the water pipe? Not connected here. Is that connected? I think it is. Yeah, it is connected. That's fine. Let's check on the electricity here. Yeah, that's running as well. Okay, lucky me. Because that could have gone wrong, completely wrong. So I'm only losing, let's say 400, maybe 400 something per hour, which is not too bad. I was expecting worse. Let's check on it. Oh, I'm gaining even something. So 3,200, not too bad. So first, before I'm putting down any specialized industries here, I want to check on my workforce situation. I just want to wait and see. Yeah, there are still not enough employees here, so I'm gonna wait with my specialized industries, because in the end this will only bring trouble to my city's economy if I'm adding industries first without thinking about the consequences. Or maybe I should slow that down before. And that's something I can only recommend to you. Have a look at the terrain first. Well, it's not really a big deal, but have a look at the terrain first, and you're not running into troubles any time later. So okay, demanding some more offices, which is great to see, because there seems to be no more room left for development, which is actually something I do not mind at all. So now I will try to create some harbor feel-like area here. I'm not yet sure whether I can pull this off, because it's actually not that easy, because I'm lacking a couple of assets here. But I think that area would look really, really nice with, if we had a harbor here, that would be absolutely perfect. I'm just picking one height level here. So let me try and focus on that, and I'll be back for you in a few minutes. So that actually took me quite a bit to set up this kai-like structure for my harbor industrial district here. That's ridiculous, but I'm looking forward to, on the other hand, to the maybe an industrial DLC or beach and whatnot DLC, because that should significantly improve everything related to building these things out in a more nicer, more appropriate way. So I'm just checking now on two things. So there is a cargo terminal and it's actually pretty huge. So I might even think of moving this here to a different place. But therefore, I would have to delete that road here. And I think I'm just going with that right now. So I'm deleting that road first, because I figured what I did there with the train yard maybe wasn't that perfect. So I didn't think enough about it, but that, kind of happens. Can't really change that. So first of all, I want to move this here. Turn of roadside snapping. Move that to over here. No, it's not there. Okay. So let me just flatten things out first. I think that makes sense. So now I think it's time to lay out a new industrial district here and fill all the spaces properly with industrial zones. The good thing is the wind is heading into the right direction here, so that's not an issue, and I want to create also a district out of it, and therefore I need to remove a couple of nodes here. Zone for Barlow, and I should have used, makes sense. I'm sorry. I want to delete this and I want to create a specialized industry zone. How do I have to? Let's just quickly do that. No, let's just take it from there for now. So I want this to be energy sufficient a little bit, so now I'm again losing some money, which is not what I wanted to have. I'm already gaining money. That's good. So let me just check. It's still a way to go to Big Town. So I might even consider closing this episode for now. Just want to check on two things. And this is actually cargo railway route. So that's going over there, coming back. Then I also want to create another route that heads over there, coming back, and one more heads from here to there and coming back to the train station. So this is something you won't see like in Cities Skylines 1, because cargo rail and everything else is just coming in and out of the city or out of the map. And that's a huge difference. In Cities Skylines 2, you actually have to set up cargo rail routes, even passenger rail routes, from the edge of the map to your stations, because otherwise you won't see any traffic happening, which would be really sad to see, because then you would have literally no effect of making any money or making any revenue or whatnot of what's happening, what you're producing and whatnot. So there are already trucks lining up, which is great. They are bringing in hopefully some goods. Oh, I haven't connected that up. Yeah, gosh, I knew I forgot something. So now I shouldn't run into any issues regarding my cargo rail routes. Just wondering whether I should set anything up here. Yeah, so now it vanished finally. Nice, even the trains are full of snow as far as I can tell. Yeah, they are. That's amazing. That's really lovely little detail, even if it's not like very important, but it makes the game even more beautiful in the end. Nice to see that come to life. Absolutely. Last but not least, before I'm ending this episode, I'm checking my workplace thing. So there's not too many employees left. So open positions currently 90, 93. Something, still room for me to improve on that. I seem to have enough work for everyone. More than enough, actually. Yeah, so I think I'm going to end this episode right now, because we accomplished a lot. We are profitable. We are making about 4,000 a month, which is great. Obviously, we can improve that over time. I think the biggest chunk of time today went into building this K-walls here. They aren't perfect. And I think all the so-called tips and tricks, well, it's hard to pull it off sometimes, as you can see. Like, there are some bits and pieces in the K-walls that just don't work, but at least it looks similar to a harbor, a little bit like a harbor. So I'm fine with that. So yeah, thank you everybody for joining me today, and I'm honestly hoping that you like these kind of episodes here. In case you like my content and in case you want to see more content coming up in the near future with more tips and tricks and how-tos and gameplay videos and whatnot, and then basically a combination of both of it, please let me know down in the comments below. Leave me a like, follow me here on YouTube, and I'll be back for you soon with a new episode of me, Ben, playing Cities Skylines in Oakside County, my test county, to try new things and to learn from it, to be able to build one really beautiful city pretty soon. So thanks again, have a good one, and see you soon. Bye bye.